A feeding program for Muscovy ducks should be designed to meet their nutritional needs at different stages of growth: ducklings, growers, and adults, and for specific purposes like meat production, egg laying, or breeding. Muscovy ducks are omnivorous and have slightly different dietary requirements compared to other duck breeds. Below is a general guide for a feeding program. Muscovy ducks require a balanced diet with protein, which is especially important for ducklings and growing ducks. Energy, provided by carbohydrates and fats, is also essential. Vitamins and minerals are crucial for growth, egg production, and overall health. Grit helps with digestion, particularly if they consume whole grains or forage. Feeding program by growth stage ducklings from 0 to 4 weeks. The feed type should be a high-protein starter feed with 20 to 22% protein. Feeding tips include using crumbled or mashed feed for easy consumption and providing fresh water at all times, as ducks cannot swallow dry food without water. Feed them 3 to 4 times daily and introduce finely chopped greens such as lettuce or spinach after the first week. Niacin, or vitamin B3, is critical for proper leg development. So add niacin supplements or brewer's yeast to their diet if it's not already included in the feed. Growers from 5 to 12 weeks. The recommended feed type is grower feed, containing 16 to 18% protein. Here are some feeding tips. Gradually transition from starter to grower feed. Feed 2 to 3 times daily. Allow access to foraging areas for insects, grass, and other natural foods. As for supplements, continue providing grit if they forage or eat whole grains. And of course, ensure they have access to clean water for both drinking and bathing. Adults 12 weeks and older. For egg-laying ducks, use layer feed with 16% protein. For non-laying ducks, maintenance feed with 14 to 16% protein is suitable. Feeding tips include feeding 1 to 2 times daily. Provide ample foraging opportunities to supplement their diet. For breeding ducks, slightly increase protein intake to support reproduction. Supplements should include calcium, like oyster shell, for egg-laying ducks to support strong eggshells. Grit is also essential for digestion. Foraging and natural foods. Muscovy ducks are excellent foragers and enjoy insects, worms, and small aquatic creatures. They also like grass, weeds, and leafy greens, along with small amounts of fruits and vegetables such as peas, corn, and zucchini. Avoid feeding them bread, junk food, or anything moldy. When it comes to water, Muscovy ducks need constant access to clean water for drinking and to help them swallow their food. Provide a water source deep enough for them to dip their heads, but not necessarily swim. Special considerations include meat production, where ducks raised for meat should use a high-protein feed, 18 to 20% throughout their growth period to promote rapid weight gain. For egg production, ensure layer feed contains adequate calcium and protein to support egg production. For breeding ducks, increase protein and nutrient intake during the breeding season to support mating and egg laying. Sample feeding schedule. In the morning, provide commercial feed, whether starter, grower, or layer, depending on their age. Midday, offer fresh greens, vegetables, or foraging time. In the evening, you can give commercial feed or a mix of grains like cracked corn, wheat, or barley. For monitoring and adjustments, keep an eye on the duck's weight, growth, and overall health. Adjust feed quantities based on their activity level, foraging opportunities, and purpose, whether for meat, eggs, or breeding. By following this feeding program, you can ensure your Muscovy ducks remain healthy, grow properly, and meet their production goals.